Hi everyone. So in this video we'll be making Navbar. So let us create one component for the Navbar. So inside here let us create layout slash navbar.view. Yeah, and let's say view 3. Let me initialize this here and let me move this over here. Now if I go here and let me say export default like this, so it should be inside the script tags, and let me import that navbar. So this add will refer this src, and inside components layouts we have navbar. Yeah, so now add it inside the component, and now we can use it here. So as you can see here in the view 3, we don't need a single root div or any other tags. We can add multiple elements in a single root. So however, let us give one div. Okay, now if we go here in the browser, so everything's the same here. Now if we go here in the navbar, let us do some designs. So let us give it the ID of navbar, and inside the navbar we'll have logo on the left and menus on the right. So let us create two divs here. So I am creating two divs inside another div because we'll give background color to this, and inside this we'll give the menus here. Okay, so class will be container and auto, so it will center that one. So container will give the max width depending on the screen width, so you can share the class. So on by default it will be 100%, and on the screen 64 greater it will have max width of 640, and similarly for other widths as well. Now let's give flex call row center justify between. So we will be creating this website for mobile and for desktop. So for the iPad or any of the tablet, we will not be making that. So wherever we just prefix with SM, it will be for desktop. So for the above navbar, let us give some classes here, and here it will be px-4, the padding py-4, and smpy-6. So for the larger screen we'll have a little bit more padding, and background will be white for now. We'll give some shadow to the navbar, and on the desktop it will be fixed, the navbar will be fixed, and let's give the width full, it will be 100%, and let's give some z index, yeah, so that it will appear on the top of everything. So z index will be 10. Okay, now let's see this in the browser here. So you can see here, we can see this white color navbar here, it is fixed, so we are not seeing those bottom one. So by default we want this to be transparent, but whenever we scroll then we need to see this white background. Okay, so I am giving this white background for now. Okay, if I go here in the home section, this is our home page, so let me add some text here. Yeah, so let me just duplicate all these things here, and if I go here, now you will see here all the things here. Yeah, so whenever we scroll we want to see this as a white background, and by default we want this to be transparent. Okay, let's see that. Let us not write here bg white or shadow, we want this later, so we just want is bg transparent. Yeah, so these will be background white and shadow will be for the mobile, and for desktop we'll have bg transparent and shadow none. Okay, now if you go here, now you can see here it is transparent for now. And in the navbar, so this one will be the logo and this one will be the menu. We'll have the text here, Laratips. First will contain Lara, and second one will contain tips. So we'll give some class 3xl and let's make it bold, and on here give it white for the large screen. So we'll giving this making this primary setup over here in the Tailwindcss, because whenever, let's say in the future our primary color changes, then so suppose let's say we say text red /500, and in the future if our primary color changes, then everywhere we use this text red 500 we have to go ahead and replace that. So we don't want that. So let's go to the Tailwind config here and let us add the color here. So we'll just say colors primary and we'll add the color here. Also let me add some other height, as I need 400 pixel height as well. So if I add this, then we'll be getting h-400 class. Okay, well, let me add another font here. Okay, so if I go here in the and I want all of these, so let me select everyone and I'll copy this and I'll just put it in the index.html here. So I have added this. Now to use this font, let us define that in the Tailwind as well. So we can do here font family and we can say Poppins, and here we can say the same thing that is being given here. So we'll just copy and paste it, but we have to do it like this. So we have done this. So let's go to this index.html and let us give the font to our body. So we can say a font dash Poppins. Since we have defined the Poppins name here, we can just say font/Poppins here. Yeah, and also let us add text lg here so that all those inside the body will get text lg. Now if I go here in the navbar, we can just say here primary here, since we have defined this primary over here. So we can just say text-primary. So we can use this primary for border color. So every color, background color, everywhere, where we have the color related class, we can use it. So now let's see that in the browser here. So you can see here it is not being seen properly, but we'll just add the background here and we'll be able to see later on. So let me, for now, instead of the BG transparent, let me give BG gray 900, and you can see here the navbar is now currently visible. Okay, after that in the right hand side we have some menus. So let me add some links here. So we can use router dash link here. So this comes from the view router, and we can just say to let's say any other page. Yeah, let's say we have articles page. Yeah, we can give this like this, and let's say we have about page, let's say we have contact page. Yeah, we can give it like this, and we can give the names here: articles, about, contact. Now if it's here, we are not seeing here nicely because here these all are in black color. Now let's design these. Block in the desktop, we want it to be inline block, and we all want this to be color to be white. So you can see here like this. For the mobile device, we want this to be at the bottom of this. Yeah, so Laratips will be on the top and it will be on the bottom, so we'll give some margin top here for the mobile, and for the desktop there will be no margin, and it will be width full for the mobile, and sm space dash x dash 4. So on the desktop, so this will be separated in between them the spaces will be four spaces, 4 units, and we can say right text right. Yeah, and we can just say it as a block. Now you can see here it is on the right hand side. Now you are seeing here these all the classes, these are being repeated. Now let us extract these into the separate component. Yeah, so let's call them Navbar link. So it will also be inside the component layouts. So in the view 3 component here, and let us just copy this and add it here. Now we can accept this from as a props, so we can just set 2 here like this, and this we can call here label. Now in the props we have this 2, which will be type string, and required will be true. We want this to be required, and similarly for label. So we can see here it is so close to each other, so let us give some classes as well. So we can say padding 4 inside, padding 2 we can give hover primary. We can transition colors when it is hovered, and we can give duration up to 300. Yeah, now if I go here and if I just refresh the page here, sorry, so I have to add that here. Import Navbar from Navbar link from Navbar link.view. Yeah, now here inside the we can just import the component here, components Navbar link, and instead of this what we can do is you can just say 2 as articles, and we can just give label as. So similarly for about and contact, and let us remove this and let us make them capital for now. And if I go here, now you can see here they are a little bit separate, and whenever we hover you can see a little bit of transition is going on. Yeah, so it is not directly converting into the red, but it's converting after 200 milliseconds. Now if we go here and look in the mobile view here, so we are getting like this. Yeah, so now let us fix this as well. So we are not seeing here text, so let us only convert this to white in the large screen, and now we can see here. So what we want is the hamburger icon over here. Yeah, and whenever we click on that, then only we want to show it, otherwise we want to hide this. So for that, let us add this inside another div here like this. Yeah, and there will be another div where we'll be adding the hamburger icons, and we can call it widthful flex item center justify between. So it will push them from left and right corner. So you can see here it's on the left, and on the right we want some hamburger icons, and let us add that as a button. Yeah, and we want this to only be visible on the mobile. So I'll be add, and let us get the icon from the hero icons, the depth. And we can just click on here and it will copy the SVG, and we can paste that SVG over here. Now if we go in the browser here and see, so you can see here it is here. So I forgot to add here flex here. Yeah, so it is not showing them in the row. So now you can see here it is going on the top right corner. Now when we click here, I need to show it, otherwise I don't need to show it. So before that, let us also add another button here, so which will be the X, yeah, cross icon. So let me copy this here and let me just paste it here. So whenever we click on this hamburger icon, it will open and it will show the X icon, and whenever we click on the X icon, it will again go to the top and this hamburger icon will be shown. So let us use composition API there, and let us in here, let us make a folder composables, and we can say here use toggle.js. Now let us export function here and give it a name here. Use toggle and let so it is this ref is imported here, so we can just say false here. Now let us define a function so, and it will just convert visible dot value to true. Yeah, and let us create another function. So we'll say hide, yeah, is it will just convert is visible value to false. Now let us create toggle method here, and if visible dot value is equals to true, it will hide, otherwise it will show. Yeah, and let us return all this is visible, so hide toggle. So we have returned all this from here. Now let us use that here. Use toggle from use toggle. Yeah, now if we go here inside the setup, we can just say let toggle like this, and let us return this is visible toggle. Now if we go here at the top here, so we just want to show this hamburger icon when it is not visible. And let us just add the inverse here. And also whenever we click on this button, we want this whenever it's visible, we want it to be make invisible. Yeah, so now we can say if click at the click, we just want to toggle. So let us add the same thing over here. So whenever it's shown, we'll make it visible, and whenever it is visible, we'll make it hide. So this is done. Now let's go in the browser. So it is giving this error, can't resolve composables, use toggle. Sorry, this it's user, so I have named it user. Let me rename it. Now if I go here, so it's currently shown. Now if I click here, so we can see that menu is changing. Whenever we click, it is being toggled. Yeah, now we want this menu articles about contact, this to be hidden by default. Now here we can do is add class here and give it an object. So now here what we want is we want to make this menu hidden. So at what time we want it to be hidden? If not is visible. Yeah. Now if we go here, now you can see here it is by default it is hidden, and if we click here, that not in is visible will be false and the hidden class will not be added. So here whenever this value evaluates to true, this class is added, otherwise it will not be added. Now if I click on cross, it is removed. So you can see here it can be added and removed. Now let us also see here in the mobile browser, is there any changes? No, there is no changes, so everything's working fine here. Okay, that's it for navigation guys, and that's it for this video. In tomorrow's video we'll be adding a hero section here, image here, and we'll be making this navbar transparent, and whenever we scroll we'll just make it visible, so that as we have seen in our sneak peek video, the first one. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye.